So this is Cortex integration for data annotation studio. So this is the label studio we are using. So label studio is a wide like open source data loading tool, which makes your work faster. You can annotate the data. So what's the need? So data science starts with data, as we all know that, and without reinforcement task, all the kind of reinforcement learning or supervised learning, they require the data annotations. So different kind of data, so different kind of like labels annotations are present. For images we have classification, detection, segmentation. For audio also we have transcription, emotion recognition, classification, as well as text also has sentiment analysis, question answering, classification, time series data, multi-domain data. And this tool labels today is widely used by some of the fastest growing companies AI in the field of AI. So they all use this. Plus it's an open source, so it's very good to integrate and discover the community, such a huge community. So how do we do that? So this is a Cortex virtual cloud share we are running, and you can see the data. This data bucket is set up correctly, S3. So if your data upload and process happens, so you will get some spike. So the transfer. So currently my data bucket is empty. So now let's start with our app. So our app is very simple. Our app helps to integrate with Label Studio, integrate S3 with Label Studio, upload the data, and we'll come to know that. So let's come to that. So here is the code which we are running in the PyCharm. So first of all, we need to start the Label Studio, and once it's started, so we have to start uh, our Streamlit app. So both needs to be started. So after it has started, so let's see. So you can see there are no projects, no project in the Label Studio. So we don't need to go to settings and everything and create project and everything. We can do using this simple integration. So let's create the project. So this is create, enter the project name. Let's name it Autonix, and let's call it AI based ear otoscopy. So otoscopy is you're just trying to diagnose the infection, like the audio canal of the human, and see if there is any trace of any disease. So let's do that. So this is the label create XML file. We need this file because this file is the main thing that tells us which labels we want to find in our data. So let's create the project. So once your project is created, make sure you remember the ID. So ID is 33. So once you refresh it, the project is created. Yeah, project is created. So now once you have created the project, let's connect the S3 storage. So currently the S3 storage is not connected. I can show you. You can see cloud storage, nothing is here. So we need to connect it. So this tool supports Amazon S3. Uh, so so I have made the integration to support this Cortex S3 as well. So let's the ID of the project was 33. Storage title we can give is Autonix S3 Cortex. Um, yeah, that should be fine. And let's connect it. So you can see it's connected. So this ID is 21. So 21 ID is the ID for our uh, Label Studio storage, not the Label Studio project ID, and these two IDs are different thing. So this one is project ID and this one is the storage ID. So it's created. So you see 2136. It's because like I created it many times, so the numbers keep on increasing. So it's created now. So when we go back, you can see in the settings cloud storage, it's but you see never sync because we need to sync it. So to sync it, you can either sync it from here. Okay, so you have got create S3 bucket. So if you have not created the S3 bucket, suppose my test bucket is here, but suppose your bucket is not here, so you can create the S3 bucket, and there are many more features which can be brought into it, like updating, deleting the bucket, listing the bucket, everything can be brought, but the essential features I have kept in the list. So let's sync the bucket. So storage ID was I guess 22. We can check it if we forget anything. So let's see the storage ID. So we created it. So storage id was, so it was 21 or 22, I guess. So that was the storage id. Okay, so you can just check it from here if you have any confusion. So let's check it. It's 22, I guess. No, 23. I forgot it. So it must be 21 then. Yeah. So the ID was 21. So it's synced now. So when you go back, you can refresh it. You can see synced. It's currently synced now. So what's the meaning of sync? Syncing means you have the data. So currently we didn't had any data, so it was not needed to sync it. So there are two ways you can add data. You can go to import and upload the files. Like suppose I have this many files, so that is one thing you can do. Upload this many files, okay? Or let's choose. So you can upload. Suppose I am uploading all these files. So let's upload 6 files, and once uploaded you can import it. So this is how you can import it. Let's filter it with created timestamp, and we don't need predictions, cancelled, annotation, result, annotations. Okay, so now done. So here we have created. So another way is you can upload the whole data set to S3. So you need to provide the path for your data set. Suppose my data set is at path. Where is my data set? So here is my data set. I can provide the path. So path is there, and the bucket, destination of the bucket, you have to get this test bucket. Now create an upload. So it's uploading. Yeah, it's uploading. It will take time because there are 20 files. So yeah, you can see upload is happening now. Upload has been successfully done. So you can now it's very useful to sync it. So you can complete the sync. If everything goes well, your sync is working. So let's refresh it. So it is going to sync. Yeah, every data is synced now. You can see the timestamp. Yeah, you can see this. This is not loaded. The problem is this is due to some like firewall. I'm using this VM, so there is some like firewall protection or the course. So without that, like it is not showing that image. But anyway, it is working. The data is being uploaded. The URL is not allowing to show the thumbnail. So how it happens? So see what happens. So this is the suppose ear infection. So we draw a label around it and we submit it. And this is suppose supposing this one is normal. Supposing this one is normal, and we submit it. This one is supposing sorry, we can delete the labels as well, no problem with that. So it's normal supposing. So let's submit it, and it's again ear infection. So now submit it. So you can see the labels have come and everything has come. So it's the now the thing is we have done the annotations and everything. Now it's time to export the annotations. So let's enter the project id. The project id was 33. As I remember, yeah, it's 33. So project id is 33, and the destination. So before we go to destination, let's create one destination bucket. So let's create one destination bucket and let's call it um, exported annotations. Let's call it annotations. So meanwhile this is about to get created. You can see we have got another bucket, that is annotation bucket. And let's go to export the annotations. Project ID 33, and the destination is annotations, I guess, annotations bucket. Yeah. So you can export the JSON, that is JavaScript object or like notation, and you can export CSV. You can also export the Coco data set. It's a widely used data set, this annotation. So you can upload it. So we support this label image supports, label studio supports vast majority of these all export features. Pascal. So once is this one is uploaded, you can just check the annotations. Yeah, it has come pretty well here. Annotations have come. So what is the main advantage here is suppose you're working, your team is working here, and the Cortex act as a server where everything is happening, like you are importing all your data. So we have, the thing is, suppose you are running a big company and company has huge amount of data. It's a very labor intensive task, and once you have the data, you need a secure servers or secure data storage mechanism which is efficient, scalable, most efficient and scalable. So Cortex is efficient, scalable and reliable in this case. So you upload all your data on the Cortex, and then the data annotator team, they annotate the data, and they just after annotation they just export the data back to the annotation data back to the Cortex data server. From there, any AI ML engineer can integrate those data or fetch those data and use for training any ML models upon those annotations, or use it for a variety of use case, and then the AI app user can receive it. So there are tons of feature. So one more feature, like you can download from the S3 bucket. You just need to mention the file you want to download. You can see all the files here. You just need to mention which file you want to download. So once, and this, the speciality of Coco data and Pascal data set is it contains, so the size difference, you can see the size difference is due to it contains all the image as well as the labels, everything is there. So you can download from the S3 bucket as well. You just need download path, bucket name and the name of the file to download, and everything will be good to go. So yeah, so this many things you can do with this web app. So yeah, thanks.